Hello and welcome to Evening Star Cavern. Sitting here around this rather splendid campfire, surrounded by mysterious looking portals and purple dragons ambling around the area, and the obligatory waterfall. That actually looks quite nice, that, doesn't it? Let's go and have a closer look there. Yeah, I could have chosen a better vantage point. I think we're gonna come and sit on the shore of this little lake here, next to this war wizard. Much better. Look at that. Beautiful. Although we seem to have some kind of a issue going on up there, don't we? There's something burning which isn't looking very good. Okay. I am not in a group, but I thought I'd leave these two on here just as evidence that Purple has been doing a little bit of the group thing. So all our group related buffs have been coming in quite handy, I think. Who did we have with us? We had Mike and his melee cleric character, newly created on Orion, and this is one of All's ranger characters, so that took care quite nicely of the single target damage. Now, I remember you saying, Wagon, about you didn't envy the melee characters grouping with one or more casters, and it kind of bore itself out in the quests we did. I was trying. I found it difficult, not to do anything until he'd engaged the opponents, just out of sheer habit, because I'm not used to sort of tailoring my actions to what somebody else is doing. So there was that. But I was conscious of the need to, and I did try. Mike, to be fair to him, was very tolerant of my numerous shortcomings on that side. But another of the issues I have is I don't have any, is it distant diversion in the epic trees? So, unfortunately, the damage I'm doing is generating like full hate and making it difficult for the melee to keep the attention of the creatures. So I think the best thing I've found is to let them encircle him, then throw the crowd control and try and eliminate them immediately. So there is no sort of after, so to speak, and that's worked pretty well. The Burst of Glacial has been a really good choice for us, I think. Better than the Greater Colour Spray for our build by far, because it's at least 10 more DC, works on a wider variety of targets, and just like the Colour Spray, is giving helpless damage. So we're able to follow up with excuse me, I'm a bit croaky this morning. We're able to follow up with strong AoE attacks. One thing I did find, I was trying to control things from extreme distance. Like we've said, that was the aim of the build. So sound burst, comet fall, yep, no problem. And I was following with Holy Smite, which I've now taken off. I'll explain why. And that was no problem, but then I still needed to do some kind of finishing, and I was trying to hit with the Firestorm, but very often the target I'd selected had disappeared already, and the Firestorm appeared just in front of me, more or less where the cursor was pointing. And it happened so often. All was just laughing, and people had given up on me ever getting it right. So I thought, if I remove the Holy Smite from the rotation, and this is on a fairly short cooldown anyway, Firestorm, so we go hold, knockdown, elimination, and that's the plan from distance. So then there's no problem with things running off, if I've engaged them too early, because they're already dead. That's my hope anyway. I still haven't put the full metas on those. Maybe I should. I mean, how many more spell points are we talking? 63 there now. I have a feeling this is going to go really stupid if we put all this on. 91. Ugh. We do have a bit of a discount on Maximise from our angel tree. I'll tell you what's the worst that can happen. The worst that can happen is we have to use a ring or a shrine, eh? Go on, we'll stick it all. So everything is full method now. I've been doing a little bit better, but not amazing, at making use of Wellspring. I need to get up to speed on that because we're approaching 26, and 26 is when we'll hopefully have the boosted up Wellspring, a minute's duration. So having taken that, we really need to be using it. The other one that's getting underused is the Implosion. I think I used it about once in the last quest we did, and Mike remarked on it, you know, because it's obviously rare that anybody sees me using it. I suppose it's not an ideal fit for a build that really wants to smash things up from distance and hold things from distance, but it would be a really nice way to finish the odd things that have got through my big attacks. Wagon, as you mentioned, I've just got this one like pew pew single target thing now. I use the Ash for the same thing because it's very cheap, but when those two are on cooldown, I am missing the short cooldown searing light. As you said, there's just no room on the bar here. I suppose I could put it there on number 3, couldn't I? But equally, I could trigger the Implosion, you know, if there are one or two things that just need getting rid of. And that would hopefully do it just fine. So I need to, I mean, it's on, what is it, a minute's cooldown. I need to make good use of that, and I'm not doing. What else do we have to share? I need to get used as well. Let's just show you where we're at with the epic destinies. So we're exactly where we want to be now. Got everything we want in the primal, restored the things in the sentinel tree there. So we've got some nice fortification, we've got the energy resist and the renewal, a top up for me in between fights. But when Mike's along and taking the damage as the melee, I need to get used to triggering that on him before he actually goes into, you know, to get hit, rather than in the middle of it. Especially with him being a what is it, dark apostate, he's quite difficult for me to heal with my positive healing. Sometimes he switches off the shadow thing to give us more of a chance, but generally he's in the shadow form, and even my big heal is not amazing then. So that's a bit of an issue. A bit like healing one of the mechanical things, the Warforged, I guess. We've got everything we want as well in the draconic tree. So destinies wise, I think we're in good shape. Happy with that. Why did I mention that? Oh yes, about the healing people. I've got to get better at that. I was slowly getting there, but I have too much of a tendency to focus on the opponents and who needs holding or killing, and at the detriment of the health of my friends. And of course, if they die, the chances are good that I'm dying too. So I have to get used to using Mike's defences as my own and thinking of his health bar as mine, especially as he doesn't have a prodigious amount of health. You'll recall we're kind of cheating in the health department because as a favoured soul we have a choice between extra health and extra mana on level up. I chose the health, and I think ultimately it's been proven right, because with the evergreen primal thing, we seem to have more than enough mana to be getting through most quests. So that's been a success, I think. Feat at level 25, I chose Crush Weakness, which is going nicely with our damage to the helpless theme we've got going now. So we've got 30% additional damage to helpless opponents there, another 15 from the Crush Weakness feat. So it's even more important now that we lead with either Sound Burst or Burst of Glacial, both of which cause helpless, and then just hammer things. And I am seeing some decent numbers coming, you know, like 5 figures now. I'm not really one for watching the numbers that much, but when they're sort of splashed across your screen, this 5-figure thing, you think, oh, that was okay. So there's that. I think that's about it for the waffle. Quest wise, we did the high road with these two and we did pretty well. I don't think we had too many problems, which was good because I think Mike is 21 and Yoel the archer was either 20 or 21, so we didn't do bad at all there. We did the druid's chain as well. Before that we did, I think Mike and I did most of that together, did okay in there too. So now I'm just going to finish Evening Star 3 and then maybe we can do a couple in the Three Barrel Cove, though definitely not the ones with all the traps in. I've learnt my lesson there. Okay, so which one is it into the Demonweb? That one. I'm not even sure which quest I'm going to show you. There are 3 in here, as most of you probably know, and it depends on which path is opened first. Look how far away we hit from, that's awesome. Death from distance. So the path across there is not open, that would have been my preference, so I'm going to what am I going to do?
I'll let you think about that. It is terribly fun to see the panic in your eyes as you realize.
I know that's going back the way we came. I'm going to go flying off the edge. Every time you fly off the edge you don't die, it resets the instance and hopefully we'll appear somewhere. Yeah, there we go. We've appeared within spitting distance of one of the quests there. So that's going to be the one for today. The rift between worlds. Oh, joy. I've got to rely on a hireling to help me heal the rift here. Not cool. If you didn't know, every time you heal the rift in this quest, it takes a percentage of your hit points away. So you can end up very weak for the end fight. But if you use a hireling, obviously, that's not a consideration. You wouldn't believe the number of troubles I've had just getting the hireling to stand in front of the rift and do nothing else other than interact with it when wanted. I struggle even to get it to do that. Okay. Wow. That's a test of the new firestorm policy, and that was that just cleaned up, didn't it? Yeah. Well, all right. I think we've got some more things coming here, have we? So again, that thing was made helpless. That's the burst of glacial ash. Dragon breath. Dragon breath was a total overkill there. Are we done here? Yeah. I think we've got some more things.
Another ambush. It's as if these forces were carefully
Oh, Reaper. Nice little sound burst on him. Get us a heal and a damage on the Reaper at the same time. Beautiful. This, Mike's commented, this Divine Wrath is healing for a nice amount. And obviously it's hurting the opponents too, so it's happy days there. I'm having trouble picking up lost souls. That's not the first time. Oh! Another somewhat overkill, but better that than them carving us to pieces. Now, where am I going now? Is it down there? I think so. Our little top-up heal.
Are these scattered masses of rock the work of their chaotic goddess? The unstable vortex of the rift? Or both.
Oh, hello. That's pretty good. I was a bit borderline with the range there. I should have stepped in closer. Still no harm done.
The depth of the abyss gapes between this ledge and the next. Magma bleeds from the veins of the rock.
This perhaps wasn't the best quest to pick for us because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use our range too effectively here. Let's get the hireling out here.
Blocking access to the rift.
Stay there. Don't do anything.
Such folly! What did you hope to find? Your world is bleeding, bleeding into the Spider Queen's domain. You cannot stop it. But since you are here, I will try your worth in combat. If you survive my tests,
Let's do a blade barrier. This strikes me as the ideal spot for it. So that was just ash. That wasn't the proper dragon breath, so that's nice. Heal the rift.
You notice that the barrier to the some of your life
Nice.
force fuses into the rift. It grows stiller and more solid.
I think we'll have a blade barrier every time on here.
is that your best?
He jeers.
I've seen more ferocity.
The barrier has gone down again. It won't stay down for long.
Did we not heal the...
Barrier returns.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, crap. That barrier, I think you'll agree, is actually doing a fairly decent bit of damage. I'm not having to do too much on the spell casting side.
He jeers.
I've seen more ferocity.
The barrier has gone down again.
That's it, we got it. You'll hear like a little chunking sound every time you manage to get the barrier. That's one's for you, Wagon. Point at the floor, trigger the thing. And one more on our list towards the 1,000 victories. It just about lasts for one full encounter, the I think I've been a bit guilty of pussyfooting around here and not unloading the big attacks. I haven't used Implode and I haven't used the big Celestial yet, have I? I don't know why. We need to oh, press the barrier. Nice, just caught it. Oh, hello. Let's get the wellspring up as well. I'm quite impressed I remembered that. More. Okay.
And begins his summoning. The rift now appears
Nice.
partway stabilized.
Okay, back to the barrier. Oh shit, Reaper. That's it. In times of panic, call on the bombard. Oh, something really chunked us there. That's a big problem. Heal. There's a red crown in the middle of that. And a Fear Reaper.
He roars.
Yeah, bad handling of that situation, I'm afraid. Okay, let's try and restore some order here. That's more like it, yeah. I think that's what you're talking about, Wagon.
On the Dragoth's hideous
Yeah, that was much better.
begins his summoning again. The grin turns to fury.
No finesse there, just hammering the things.
Healing the rift.
I think we may try something like that again here. Especially as there's the Reaper in there. Oh, come on, shoot. Are we on the rift now?
The rift has been
Nice one, okay.
Very clever.
growls the Dragoth.
Fixing the rift like that. That's what I just said. It's good for you, not angry.
We just got him to go, I think we do. Right, we've got Wellspring coming off cooldown. How the hell did I notice that? That's very unusual. I deserve to win just for that alone. Nice, yes. I'll take that. And let's hear it for the little hireling. She didn't let us down. I know I'm quick to pour scorn all over them when they do silly things. That one did exactly what it was supposed to. So, what's happening here? Why can't I? Oh, were there several commendations? Is that why? Oh, I thought there might have been a bit of lag or something. I was just about to commit the cardinal sin and recall without touching the orb to end the quest. That would have been good.
The orb's power dissipates. Loth's defenses.
I think that's a
More important,
pretty good test. I dread to think what would happen with a single target character in there, with the things coming from the two sides. With the AoEs we have, I was able to muddle through without ever looking totally convincing, but the Bombard and the Divine Wrath, while still being used somewhat as oh shit buttons, they're really effective, aren't they, at clearing stuff, even if it's not been crowd controlled, just to sort of lay down a thing. I mean, with the Bombard, it's possible to trigger it and then have somebody or yourself drag things, in towards it, such as the AoE, and there's a bit of a delay, isn't there, between the cast and all the things coming down. So I think that's beginning to do pretty well for us. The Firestorm's doing a lot of heavy lifting on such a short cooldown. As I said, not a good quest to demonstrate our potential from distance. I mean, we would ideally like, those where you get the big group of things just sitting idling in the distance. You happen to see them and target them and annihilate them before they even know what's happening. That would be perfect. But in this quest, I wasn't able to take advantage of that. But we did show our resilience. The healing is strong. The little wings on occasion to try and keep out of trouble are good. It's certainly coming together. It's a fun and effective build. We are still pretty vulnerable, but I think that's probably more the player than the numbers. I mean, this is not terrible now, is it? For what, middle epic? I know it's not amazing, but considering he hasn't got any, or does he have? He actually has three. What's that? That's a divine, isn't it? So he has 9 PRR from that. So he does have a little bit bolstering the defences, but nothing like what a Loads of Lives character would have. I think they'd be well into the hundreds on the PRR side by now. But no, that's not terrible. And with the fortification out of the Sentinel tree, we're doing a bit better. The saves aren't looking too shabby. The resistances are all at well, we can show they're all at 50 plus, aren't they? So, and we could have had and should have had, if I'd have known what was coming in that acid quest, we could have had 75 on each, because in the tiefling tree there are these things to give you the same. At the moment we have a bonus of our character level to fire resistance, but we could have had it on cold and acid as well. It still might be something worth taking. I don't know. It's only what is it, a 3-point investment. I could have taken away this extra fire spell crit damage 2%. It's not really either here nor there, is it really? So I could have gone for more defense there. It's something to think about anyway. Right, I think that's it for the waffle for this one. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Thank you very much as always for looking, and I will speak to you soon. Take care.